Hey guys, doing a worm update today. I wanted to kind of show you the setup that I had slightly switched to. This is the bin that I first started with, my original tier that I partially harvested but ran out of space to put all my castings. And I think I told you guys in an episode or two ago that after I harvested, this much of it, I noticed a lot of worms going to it, and I don't know if it's because of all the other stuff I was having with the gnat problem or what, but last night or yesterday evening, because today is a big day, I have a lot of gardening stuff going on, I set up this light and left this open with the light on it overnight, and I got two stickies in here, which apparently only caught one of the gnats, but there's not really gnats on this layer. And that way I could get the worms out of here because it is cold. It's Florida right now, and we're having a little bit of a cooler spell than we normally do, I think, this time of the year. So I think between this top area cooling off and the light, the worms were more inclined to go down, and then I was able to kind of make sure there was no gnats on this layer. I know there's definitely some on this layer, so my plan is I'm going to just harvest the rest of this really quick so I can use it out in the garden when I do some transplanting of some new roses that are coming in. And then I'm going to put the stickies on the second layer here and have that kind of be our exposed open bin for right now, because I want to try and see if I can help get some of the gnats out that way, because I've been reading a lot on Reddit and the internet that a lot of people who have problems with gnats, it's not a quick fix because they spend so much time as larvae and little baby gnats that they're not necessarily flying the whole time. So, who knows how many layers of them are reproducing in here. Even though I'm keeping it closed and lots of bedding in there, that's technically a really happy place for them to keep breeding and living. So I'm going to be opening that up and figuring out how to troubleshoot that in a similar manner to this. I'll show you guys in a minute. For now, I'm going to harvest this really quick. All right, so this is about how much I'm harvesting because last time I forgot to leave some castings in to help jumpstart the new ecosystem. So I'm just going to leave this light layer in here. This trick with the light worked like a charm. I think I saw 2 worms total, and they were probably like really at the bottom there, just making their way down. This stuff is beautiful. This is the 3rd container. I have this bag here, this here, and then one of those clear plastic shoe cases completely full of castings that are just gorgeous, just so healthy looking. I'm really happy with how it broke down, and I can't wait to put this in the yard. I think the plants are going to love it, so really pleased about that. So for now, I'm going to just switch this around a little bit to make life a little bit easier for myself. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch so you can see how many flies come out. Okay, not as many as I thought there was going to be, so that's good. We're making progress. Alright, there's definitely some still in here. Oh, hey worms. You look like they're definitely going to need some food soon. So, this is good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little bit of ring around the rosy with the layers. So I'm not quite ready to transfer. So this is the next one that will get transferred to, because it's been ready. Oh gosh. Oh, so many of you were in there. Oh no. Oh gosh, you guys. We gotta get them. I don't know what they're all doing in there. That's crazy. There's like multiple layers of empty things at the bottom. You guys, oh, you can't see. I'm sorry. There's so many guys in here. We're gonna get a strainer. We're gonna get them out right now. Okay, well this was not expected. I am so surprised that all these guys are down here because there's been an empty layer down here with the coconut coir. So I just do not understand how they got down here. Like why were they even down here in the first place, or in that bottom layer? I don't know. I know that looks like mites. So I'm just gonna let this sit here for a second. And I'm just gonna go dump this in the trash real quick. I think I might have to go outside and dump this out real quick because I do not want to lose anybody, especially in something that was preventable. But this is so strange. There's definitely quite the population down here. So I'm gonna go outside, dump this out, and do my best to save as many as I can. So we cleared them out. Wally's here. Hey, yo, Wally, you're checking on them. Okay, there was such a big noodle pile in here, and I've never had this before. So I've just been trying to pull out as many as I can, but they're like in there. And I tried pulling them out. I tried trying to gently poke them. For now, I'm just gonna try and keep moving them back to this pile here. So this is like sludge, but all of it at the bottom is all of the guys that I pulled out. And I'll show you guys in a second, but there's quite a few in there. I think I might just leave the sludge in the dumping when I put it in there, because why not? I was always under the impression that these worms couldn't take excessive amounts of moisture, but they're like resisting coming out. So I don't know. I'm sure it's partially the light. So we're in some indirect light now. I'm hoping if I wait a minute or two, see how they're starting to come out, I'm hoping I can catch them. Because you guys, there was a handful of them under here, under this drain. And I can't tell if they just got down there and got stuck or what, but I didn't find a single dead one. So that makes me think that they didn't hate it or not, or it hadn't been there that long. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still like super perplexed because while we're giving them a minute, this is the one that was at the bottom, and this is one that I had just set up. Wow, but there's worms in here, but there's no, like I've never fed this, but there's so many worms in here. So they must have just excavated another area. I'm surprised. I just don't understand. Ugh, so confused. But I'm not mad about it. Like, but there's tons of worms in here. So that's why I'm just trying to understand, like, why are you all here? I am puzzled. I am puzzled. Okay, we got some guys here, so I'm going to try and get them out. Okay, look at all these guys that just came out of that middle thing. I used a chopstick, and I just kind of wedged them out gently. Like, all of those guys were in that little area there. I'm going to just dump them into this drain here. Okay, well, we're here. Moose is also here. Hey, Moose, you helping check on the little guys? Yeah, hello. I know, guys, on the camera it's all crazy, but crazy times, right? Okay, so I'm going to put the little drain back in, although it does kind of look like there's one more guy in there. They'll get out if they want. Okay, so I still have all of this that we went through, or we pulled up, and there are a lot of worms in here, you guys, like a lot. So I am going to put them in another tier, but not just yet. I'm going to let them sit here for a second. So I think in light of recent events, I'm going to put this one that I just harvested on the bottom. We'll just have this. It shouldn't hopefully have any worms left in it. Hopefully worms won't come down into it. And then I guess I'm going to put this one, which is also ready to, well, this is actually ready to go. The other one isn't. But this one is the one that has so many worms in it. I don't know why they're in here. Maybe it's because I'm not feeding the other layers enough. I don't know. There's so many in here, though. I'm very, very confused about what's going on. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one, our newer expansion, on. And while we're here, I am going to, well, here, let me just make a little, actually y'all can't see, let me fix this for you so you can see. Hello, hello. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to just check on this corner here and just put these little guys in there, stinky pile next to it. Yeah, there's a few worms over here, but not really a lot, so they can ease back into society, so should they choose. Okay, so we're just gonna put that little worm ball there and cover them up. Okay, so there's that. Oh yeah, I was not expecting this morning when I was like, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? Well, that's okay. Such is life. So it's been a little while since these have been fed, so I am just going to check on this middle area where there, oh yeah, there's definitely some worms here. Not seeing a lot of food, but there's definitely worms. Hello, Wormingtons. So plenty of bedding, plenty of bedding. And maybe they just are dividing on their own and they're like, we're gonna go populate this other colony over here. I don't know. There's no food here. They eat it all. So we've been pretty lightly lately. So we're gonna get them some food, which is perfect. We're gonna give them some bananas. I don't think they like the asparagus bits too much, but it's long lasting. So we're gonna give them a little bit more banana. That's a pretty healthy feeding, I feel like. So that's good. I'm just kind of shoving it in there. And then I am going to recover this. And I probably am going to start using some, I don't know. I thought about using some cardboard over the top, but still kind of TBD on what I want to do. But the food is very well buried in here, I think. But in light of all of our gnat problems, I don't want to encourage or accidentally spread to this container, because this container, to my knowledge, is at least gnat free on this layer. So I have some paper towels over here that I am just going to layer on the top just as a precautionary measure, nothing crazy. This one I've been killing gnats with, so take that, you filthy animals, as they say. So it's not a complete coverage, they can still get up and over it, no problem, but for now I'd feel better just knowing that they had a little bit of extra protection on them. Which brings us to our, let's see, fourth layer. This is our problem child. And now it's on the top here. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see a little bit better. I have you on the freezer chest again, just so you're in a safe spot. Now this is the one you guys heard me say has the gnats, or the main gnat problem. It doesn't seem too bad right now, but I honestly think it's because of the cooler weather we've been having in Florida. You know, we're getting into the mid upper 30s at night, so I think that's probably not helping, or it's helping us, but it's not, it doesn't make me feel confident that they aren't here either. So I'm sure there's still like larvae and stuff in here. Now, yeah, like there's a guy here. Okay, so there's also not really any food in this layer, but I'm also not seeing as many worms. Like there's definitely some in here, but not a whole ton. And I don't know if it's because they jumped ship because there wasn't a lot of food. I don't know. So I'm trying to pull back on feeding them because of this gnat situation. Ay, ay, ay. That's okay. That is okay. So I am going to feed this layer, although I don't think I'm going to, yeah, I don't have as many banana peels, which is probably for the better. And then we'll just put these random chunks of asparagus and Brussels sprouts, which I know they're not a big fan of, but I don't think the gnats are as attracted to the Brussels sprouts. So I also for some reason put a paper towel in my box of food. I don't know why I did that, but that's going in. That'll probably help protect the food on a lower level as well. And then you could tell there's remnants of paper towels on the top from where I had been previously covering them. And that is true. They're just starting to be eaten and disappearing. So I know that the little wormies are here. So I think for right now, I am going to take, I have a whole bunch of random paper towels that I use when I'm just like, you know, mopping up something that's not completely trashed either, that I can reuse. So I'm going to layer some of these on the top here as best that I can, just to create some boundaries for the worms slash gnat communities. And then also what I want to do is keep the light minimal for the worms so they feel inclined to eat. But what I think what I'm going to do is, especially since it's cool out, See, they're everywhere. I'm going to layer up on paper towels here, and then I'm going to stick some of my fly trap stickies in on the sides probably, and just kind of let the bin air out a little bit, and so that way the population of these little gnats aren't in here just reproducing over and over again and kind of continuing the cycle. So I got these stickies from Amazon, and I only took the sticky part off the top so nobody gets stuck underneath. But I'm hoping that because this is their main layer, hopefully that these worms might avoid it and then the flies might go for it. We'll see. I don't anticipate the worms coming up this high to get to the sticky portion of it, so I think we're good. We're going to try this method. I'll put my light on at night again just to help keep the worms in their bin, but I don't think this bin is going to be on schedule for a harvest at the end of the month just because it's had such minimal feedings because of the gnat problem. So we might end up having multiple bins harvested a little bit later past their 3-month marker, but you know, that's okay. That's part of the joys of this experience. So for now, thanks so much for watching. If you guys want to see what I'm doing with the dirt, make sure that you watch my videos on my roses that are going to be coming in the next day or so. I'm going to be transplanting them with all of my black gold that I harvested here and just general gardening updates. So if you're into that, make sure you're subscribed. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around for this crazy long update.